It's time for another video.
DC Multiverse!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad, the DC Universe Geek, and what do we have here today? Robin, the Joker, and Clayface, all in one video. That's right, super friends. Today, we're going to be having a look at the Infinite Frontier Robin, the Joker from Batman Death of the Family, and the DC Rebirth Clayface. Damn, Basil, you look like shit. Also, you need to go see a dentist. Maybe get that looked at. So each one of these figures comes with a trading card, and Robin comes with a swordly accessory, and the Joker comes with a bat-shaped battle axe. Each figure also comes with an action figure stand, even Clayface. What? Why does he come with a... His foot is like the same size as the stand.
Never worry, never fear, the figure stand will soon be here.
Now he'll never fall over. Nothing could possibly knock over Clayface now. Oh, shit. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's take a look at Robin up close and personal first. With Robin here, we have a character who does not come with any guns, so there'll be no need to play the "no guns allowed in any of the toys." I played it anyway. Okay. This is actually currently what Damian is dressed like. I like to call this high-top sneakers Robin because, well, he's wearing high-top sneakers. This is what Robin looked like when he was like, screw it, I'm gonna go and do my own thing for a while and even Bruce won't be able to find me. I don't know why, but I kinda like this look for Robin. And look, his belt buckle's a D. D for Damian. Although the R patch on mine is a little bit sloppy. Paint didn't go where it's supposed to go. This Robin's head sculpt is pretty much spot on for what the source material dictates it's supposed to look like. So overall, really liking the appearance of this Robin. Here's the trading card. It's the same image as the back of the box, as usual. Action figure photography going on here. And here is the data file bio on the back. I wonder if this will be different than the other one. Oh, yeah, it is a little bit different. Now up close and personal in hand here, you know, I feel like the paint applications on this are okay. They're a little sloppy here around the edge of the cape, and also on some of the pouches here. Those of you who are more skilled will be able to just finish this off by hand. The cape's got a fantastic leathery texture to it. Really feels like I'm rubbing leather. And as mentioned, not only is the R a little bit sloppy as far as paint applications, but also the red just around his cape here is a little bit sloppy too. But overall, I think it's a pretty well executed figure. Looks pretty awesome. I love the shoes. I love the fact they actually put him in high tops, like he's ready to play a game of basketball or something like that. Here he is in comparison to the other Damian Robin from McFarlane Toys. You know, with a head swap, I feel like this Robin is a whole lot better. If you're wondering where I got it from, I actually had to cut it off and Dremel a little neck hole on the inside. It's from this statue right here. So those of you who got the world's finest collection box that came with the Robin statue, there's the recipe. But let's see how articulated this guy is. Let's put him through the paces together, shall we? Ball-jointed head. Yeah, that's alright. That's pretty good. The arms, they're on that rounded hinge right here. He does have these, you know, like shoulder pauldrons. I'm not really sure what you would call this. Like a shawl? Robin's wearing a shawl? That's not right. Anyway, got those rounded hinges there, and you're really not going to get that much up because of this whole piece right here. And that's going to get in the way of a lot of the posability, and that's for both arms. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got the great big McFarlane roundy hinge in the wrist. A lot of it is hidden by that glove though, so that's not bad. But yeah, again, here we got form over function, and I get it. I understand why they went with form over function there. For inside the body, his rubber tunic here, it's a softer rubber than previous, you know, well, this one here, it's a softer rubber than this one right here. I'm assuming he's going to get a little bit more. Oh, he definitely, I ripped his leg off. Uh-oh, you put that leg back on the ball joint there. He is going to get a lot more articulation than the previous Robin, so that's pretty good. Down here, you've got, oh, wait a minute, waist swivel. Does he have a waist swivel? Yes, he has a waist swivel. All right. Got two balls, that's how the legs are held on, and they're actually really articulated. Does he have much of this? Not a whole lot of that. double jointed knees that crunch up. Well, I ripped his leg off again. And then you got a round ball joint there in the shoe. Is there toe? Oh, there's toe articulation on the shoe. That's what he gets. Boof. Let's just kindly put his leg back on again. All right, and have a little looky-poo at the Joker, who has been designed and modeled after the Joker from Batman Death of the Family. If you haven't read that yet, I highly suggest you pick up the graphic right here. Joker's trading card, like the last one, same image as the back of the box. Here is the bio. Pause to read if you want to. Gone. This Joker figure, as you can see, is made pretty much off the same body as this one, and this one, and this one. Or at least it uses some of the same parts. What's that? You're asking if I have a custom Joker in mind for this body later on? Well, of course I do. I always do. But he looks really, really fantastic. What a great tone of purple. You got the nice dark black shirt with the green necktie, blue flower, and that super fantastic head sculpt. This is probably one of Todd's best. It is so good. I am so liking this head sculpt. Along with the bright green hair, his insane looking eyes that just totally match Greg Capullo's artwork. This is a darn near perfect rendition of the character. I am loving this so much. Yeah, but not much as far as, you know, newly sculpted pieces, as I mentioned. This is all pretty much everything reused except for the noodle. And of course, the bat-shaped axe. That's also new. Here he is compared to pretty much all of the McFarlane Toys Joker figures. You'll know which ones have been customized and which ones haven't, so I'm not really going to go into it, but he certainly likes his Joker figures. And here he is with some Batmans. These are both McFarlane Toys Batmans, and these two are also both McFarlane Toys Batman figures. Next, here's old Chuckles standing with the DC Collectibles New 52 Bat family. This Joker is, yeah, he's a little bit too big for those guys. But here's what he looks like with the Greg Capullo Bat family. Batman, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Commissioner Gordon. He's still a little bit too big. And here with the Greg Capullo, Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, Riddler, and Catwoman. Man, I just wish that he was a little bit smaller or they were all a little bit bigger. And here's one that kind of matters. It's the New 52 version of wearing his own face Joker. Which one do you think did it best? Honestly, I feel like the old school DC Collectibles New 52 doesn't even hold a candle to Todd McFarlane's take on this face sculpt. What has that Joker been eating? Chewing tobacco? I'm not going to go into his articulation because if you've seen any of my other videos with this Joker, okay, I'll do it very, very quickly, but I'm not going to take a long time. You have motion here in the torso, motion here in the waist, it'll be 360. The head does that. Oh, that just looks creepy. You got the arms, they got that. They do like this. You got the bicep 360 swivel. You got the arms like that, so he can be like, excuse me, teach, pick me, I know the answer. You got articulation here in the wrist. You got the groin, does this, does that. Lots and lots of this, and like none of that. Double jointed knees that crunch up, and the feet do a little bit of this with some of that. Not bad at all. Now let's look at Clayface, who looks like the love child between Robert Munch's The Mud Puddle and the ghost of Taco Bell's past. Here's the trading card. We have another case of light up eyes when there are no light up eyes. Also, here's the bio, which you're always free to read if you'd like to. You know that it's going to be gone soon. Up close and personal, this guy looks awesome. You will note that there are slightly different colors here. It actually doesn't really make that, like when you're looking at him, you know, with the naked eye, you really don't notice. It's only because I have the camera on him that it's really separating those colors. But honestly, this really does flow together really smoothly when you've got him in hand. You'll barely even notice. Actually, I didn't notice until I put the camera on him. He's got all kinds of creepy faces in his back. His butt straight up looks like a chunk of melted chocolate or a piece of poo. So does his leg, actually. So does everything, pretty much. But this guy looks fantastic. I like the little flecks here. And I believe that those are not, like, those are part of, like, the plastic, right? So those are going to look individual to each person's Clayface. And likely the same thing with the darker flecks here as well. They're probably just bits that have been put into the plastic mold while it was, obviously still hot or melted or whatever. And then it comes out slightly differently for every single person that has a Clayface. Clayface's Clayface looks like the face that only a mother could love. That just, like I said, he needs some dental work too. Opening up his mouth, look at that. Oh, he's got some cracked lips there. It is nice that his mouth opens and closes. I think for someone like me, the general pose on the shelf will be closed mouth, but if you're into action figure photography and you want to get him into some action poses, that open mouth looks really cool. And how he compares to other Clayfaces, well, first off, I've got him next to the Collect and Connect Mattel DC Multiverse version. And next, it's that classic DC superheroes version that was clearly inspired by Batman the Animated Series. Squishy bendy arms Clayface. This Clayface would see a later re-release in the DC Universe Classics in a 2-pack that came with a muddied up Batman and this Clayface figure. And next we have him compared to, that's right, it's the little tiny Spin Master one. Sure, it's got very limited articulation, but it just looks surprisingly good. And he's so little. And then here we have him next to Pooh Man. Because he's brown, and Clayface kind of looks like Pooh. Pooh Man. And then finally, I thought it might be kind of fun to bring in the Bat Family characters who were part of the run where Clayface was on the Bat Family team. All three of them are Mattel versions of the characters, except for the Batman, who oddly enough fits in perfect scale with them. He's a McFarlane DC multiverse. And that's really it for Clayfaces. I don't really have that many of them. However, one final thing to do here is see how articulated this guy is or is not. So what the head do is, gets about that, not a huge range of motion, and you kind of understand why. And then what that mouth do, it opens, closes, that's about that. I guess the fact that he's got mouth articulation makes up for the fact that there's not a lot for the head. You've got arms, big, round hinges, like that. You got your elbows. How articulated are those elbows? Not very, not very. Let's see. Oh, God. I don't want to break it, but I do have to do the test. That's part of the job of the reviewer. Oh, my God. That is either stuck. Oh, I'm going to break it if I try to move it. I don't know what's going on there, but that has no articulation. And they're both hard plastic. Ow, 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 ow. I flicked the sharp things. Ow. So I really don't want to try to move that too much without, I don't want to break it. I suppose I could do the boil and pop thing. They both have the motion like this, roundy motion like that, 360. And they've got huge hinges in their wrists right here. Let's try and move the wrist. Wow. Oh, that's tight. That is so tight. I just gotta work it in. Loosen it up. So you're looking at about that way, and about that way. And it's gonna rotate. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. I caught my finger in there. Ow. Ooh. And it'll be the same on this side. You go, dude. You got the little grippy teeth there, the little ratcheties. Let's... And that's what you get there that way. Damn, Clayface, why you gotta be so difficult? And then the torso has some articulation. Now this is rubber, right? This is all rubber, and this is all rubber. So that's actually okay. That's all right. It's, that's okay. Of course, he's gonna get 360 here and here. If it's a ball joint, it'll do 360. We got his big old Clayface groin here, and that's not too terrible. This articulation segment is taking way too long. All right. Oh, look that. He has lots of that motion though, lots of roundy motion. And what about the knees? Oh, well, that's not entirely too much different than when it started. I guess that's what he gets anyway. And there will be rotation there. Not lying, not gonna lie here. This will be the kind of figure, oh my gosh, that I just put on a shelf and pose. I ain't doing nothing with this guy. So now what do I think about all three of these figures? The Joker, Robin, and Clayface. Well, in general, I'm actually very satisfied with the three of them. No complaints whatsoever about the Joker, and the Robin is what I expected. I do kind of wish he had more articulation in the shoulders, but I do appreciate the form over the function in this case. And the Clayface, well, he must be a villain. He hurt me. Clayface hurt me in this video. Anyway, I like all three of them. If you see them hanging on the pegs somewhere, or in the case of Clayface, bending the pegs because he's just so huge. If your question is, do I approve of these figures? Should you pick them up if you find them in the wild? Then my answer is yes. I like all three of these. I like all three of these figures very much. My name is Brad the DC Universe Geek, and I approve this message. Oh, and also have a DC day, everybody, and take care. Bye-bye.